September sees the release of new defensive building levels. Hey everyone, Derpy here, and welcome back to an Outpost 15 defensive building upgrade guide. The first thing you should do in this particular guide is not actually upgrade the Great Hall or any building. It's go through, do the Guard It Well TLC, and make sure you have all the different building upgrades, including the upgrade to upgrade all your defense platforms to level 16, as well as get 5 3-day turret defense platform build tokens. That's the first thing you should do. Luckily, you can do that at the same time as everything else. Arcs are recommended, so you should be able to do this pretty easily with a few other fleets that you might have. Do that campaign, run through that. And then before you even start your Great Hall upgrade, you can actually go to your weapons lab and start to research the new rockets. The Orion rocket takes just under 13 days. Make sure you assign your your officer to your weapons lab before you do that, and the Widowmaker is similar. Both of these look to be pretty decent rockings for taking out buildings and ships retrospectively, especially if you're hitting anything that is a lower tier guard. So start those two rockets first, do the TLC, and then you can upgrade the Great Hall. You have to do this, and it does take 10 days, 9 days with an officer. It does increase your crew spots to 100, which is not listed on the screen here, but that is a great benefit of doing that. That should help out enough people, although I have my other complaints about the crew rolling system. Once you have done that, there's a few other things that you can focus on. One upgrade out there is the turret upgrade. I actually don't see this as a very big upgrade in the game today. The armor increase is small, the power capacity increase is small, but I'm sure Kixeye will play around with the specials that make it so you have to put your next turret with the top specials for it on the tier 17 platform, but it's a relatively small upgrade. You can get five of them initially for free. I would recommend doing ones that your new weapons like your Executioner 3 turrets are not on. I would guess the next turret will be a frontline one, just because we haven't had that in a while. Run through 5 of those turrets with your tokens you can get from the TLC, as well as any you had beforehand. The warehouse upgrade is not very relevant. The power increase is pretty small, but if you start to run into power issues in your base and need some more power produced, you can upgrade your warehouses. I see those as an absolute last chance. What I think most people should do after the Great Hall is actually the Saw Factory. The Saw Factory increases unlocks a new mine, which is some sort of Scourge oil mine and damage over time combination mine, you should say, and it is the same as other mines in that it takes 3 hours to unlock once you research or produce it, however you want to call this. It takes 3 hours for mine production, looks to be pretty decent. It is a DOT type mine and also spits out an oil slick that can help speed up enemy ships. The idea is they might have their turn speed lowered or might run into something during that time. If you're wondering about the footprint of the mine, it is the same size as your normal ships. So if you can fit 2 of them across in your channel, you can fit 2 mines there, which you should be able to do like this. So you can fit 2 of them next to each other. I don't know that's going to be the preferred route, but it is something that you are able to do. So that's the next thing that people should do after they do the Outpost 5 turrets. They should go ahead and do the Saw Factory, unless you don't care at all about defense. Once the Saw Factory is done, I would consider doing your launch pad if you use a ton of rockets during battles. I don't really do that. It is going to take a long time and will allow you to maybe build some more rockets. I don't really care about that. And hold the new ones that you're just going to produce, which are going to compare significantly than the other ones. You kind of saw that earlier. The Orion does a lot better than the tier 5 Orion, and Widowmaker does the same compared to the old one. So they are an upgrade, but if you don't really drop rockets a lot, you don't need to worry about it too much. If you care more about defense, which most people watching this video probably do, you're going to want to upgrade your portals to get that new one. It is going to take 18 days per portal, which is a very long time. Luckily, there are a few options for doing this, including tokens in Pillage, tokens in TLCs if they bring back that one that was good, as well as actually something that people tend to forget about is the shop you can access in the top left corner of your screen. You can sometimes find some structure build tokens in there for a decent price, and Bounty has the ones in there as well. By the way, the 10-hour ones in Bounty are better than the 1-day ones in Bounty. So consider the shop there as well as a few other things. Those are kind of my thoughts on that. Ignore the warehouses, do those last unless you run into power problems. Make sure you get as many turrets up with tokens as you can and do your frontline turrets first. Make sure you do the TLC to get all your other buildings upgraded. You can start the researches in the weapon lab instantly, even before you are upgraded. It doesn't really matter which one you do first. I would probably do the Orion one first. It's a little bit more versatile, at least that is my guess. but hey, we'll have to see on that one. And then do your saw factory to unlock the new mine with the 3-hour build time. The saw factory is actually pretty decent. I still wish you could queue mines, but that's neither here nor there. And then start on your portal. So you've got lots of tokens in different places. If I go ahead and check my tokens, I actually still have the free one that they gave out from the tier 5, the 5-day token from the last outpost upgrade, which is a little strange. By the way, I did log on to my mini base and check, and all players should have received the max dock and max outpost level at this point. I haven't logged into that for a few months, so not sure when that was effective. But there are my thoughts. I would probably stay away from the time limited offers because I don't really like those for the uh, you know, anything out there, but there are some structured build tokens out there if you are interested. But that is my thoughts on that and some screenshots and upgrade time displayed. Let me know if you have any questions. And with that said, and until next time, this is going to be Derpy signing out, helping you be a better player.